Hey, people at home, the thing froze up on us again, so we're continuing on with the Chapter 1 test review, number 7. Okay, so question number 7, we have x over 4 plus 3 equals, we definitely subtract 3 from each side first. We do that, we have x over 4 equals 8 minus 3, which is 5. Last thing we have to do, times 4. 4's cancel, x equals 5 times 4, which is 20. Okay. Number 8, we have 4x minus 5 equals 32, is that what it says? Okay. Any idea what we do first on this one?
Distribute.
What does that mean?
You have to times x by 4 and times you get a
Okay, we times what by 4? Everything in the problem by 4?
No,
Everything in the parentheses.
Everything in the parentheses, okay? 4 times x is 4x, minus 4 times 5 is 20.
3.
Okay, equals 32.
Add 20 to
Add 20 to both sides. Add 20, we do that, we have 4x equals 32 plus 20, which is 52. Divide by 4.
13.
52 divided by 4 is 13. Okay, question 9. Some of these other ones you might be able to do in your head. I think number 9 would be a little bit tougher to do in your head. So 5x plus 2, 11 minus x is negative 5. So any suggestions we should do here?
distribute.
Distribute what?
Just 2 to
2.
the parentheses.
Yep, 2 to the parentheses. So I just bring this 5x down. 2 times 11 is 22. 2 times negative x is negative 2x is negative 5. Okay, that's a little better. Could I clean that up any more?
You can put together the x's.
Good, 5x and 2x? And get 7x?
Yeah.
Careful,
No, it'd be 3x.
Yeah.
it's not 2x. It's negative 2x, which is 3x.
3.
Plus 22 is negative 5. And then we subtract 22. We do that. We have 3x equals a negative 5 minus 22 more is negative 27. Last thing we do is divide 3. X is negative 27 divided by 3, which is negative 9. Okay, number 11, or number 10. Number 10. Now, this is similar to the one we just did, but a little bit different. 5x minus 9 equals 2x plus 12. On the last problem, we put together 5x and negative 2x.
We can't though on that
Why?
side because they're on opposite.
They're on different sides. So what's the way I explain it? If there's an x on each side, what do? We get rid of one of them.
Yeah, you get rid of the small one.
Right. Did I ever tell you why? Why don't we?
Because you don't want a negative number.
If you get rid of the bigger one, you're definitely going to have negatives. Okay, so let's get rid of which one? 2x. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Minus 9 equals 2x and the negative 2x, they cancel. And that's a problem we've done before. We're going to add 9 to each side. To do that, we have 3x equals 12 plus 9, which is 21. Divide 3, x is 21 divided by 3, which is 7. These answers are coming out nice and pretty. Do you think that's going to be like that on the test or not?
Yes.
Yeah. If they're coming out as fractions and decimals, the answers on the test will be fractions and decimals. Okay? 11. 10 x plus 5 equals 2 x plus 9. Any idea how we're going to do this one?
You distribute.
Should be what?
10 in the parentheses on that side and 2 to the parentheses.
Perfect answer. 10 on the left, 2 on the right. 10 times x is 10x. 10 times 5 is 50. Equals 2 times x is 2x. Plus 2 times 9 is 18. Okay, now it's no different than the problem we just did. We're going to get rid of the 2x because it's smaller. So subtract 2x to each side. 10x minus 2x is 8x plus 50 equals 18. Then we're going to subtract 50 to each side. 8x equals 18 minus 50. Be careful, it's not 32. It's negative 32. And last thing we do is divide by 8. And negative 32 divided by 8 is negative 4. And how do we know we're done?
When x is
When x is all by itself, okay? Number 12. Okay, number 12, we have 4x plus 2 is 4x minus 12. This one's a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky. And here's where it's tricky. On the left, we're going to distribute. Nothing hard there. 2 times 4 is 8x. Plus 2 times 2 is 4 equals. On the right, we're going to distribute. What are we going to distribute?
-12.
Good.
To x.
Some students will distribute 12. That's not 12. It's negative 12. So just drop the 4x down. Negative 12 times x is negative 12x. Negative 12 times negative 1 is positive 12. Good. Can I put all of the x's together?
No.
Can I put some of them together?
Yeah.
Which ones?
On the other, that has
Yep.
2 of them in it.
We put together.
Descriptive.
Yeah. Some people could say right side.
Okay.
Left side, right side. Or you could actually give me the bad side. Whatever you said. Okay. 4 and negative 12 is negative 8x plus 12. Now be careful. Some of you might say, oh, they're the same x's on each side. No, they're not. This one's 8x. That's negative 8x. That's definitely smaller. So we add 8x to each side. 8 and 8 is 16x plus 4. 8x and negative 8x cancel. We're left with 12. Subtract 4 to each side. Oh, I lied. We do that. 12 minus 4 is 8. Be careful here.
-2.
Some students say, oh, that's 2. 8 divided by 16 is 2. No, it's not. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 8 over 16, that simplifies. What goes into 8 that also goes into 16? 2 does. There's something bigger? 4 does. Something bigger?
8.
8 does. 8 goes into 8 what? Once. 8 goes into 16. So the answer isn't 2. It's a half. So, did we get a fraction here? Yeah. It's not like, you're not going to get answers like 11/94ths or something. I mean, a half, as fractions goes, a half is the easiest fraction to work with. So you're not going to get really, really nasty fractions, but you might get a fraction.
Wait,
for
can
one.
there be a decimal instead of
Not supposed to have one. Like if I gave you something like this, 0.5 over 0.7,
Yeah.
I mean, in order to be a fraction, you should just have a nice round number over a nice round number. So what you would do is you'd move your decimal once, move it once, and that's the same as 5/7. It's just that's the proper way of writing. Just like 8/16. There's nothing wrong with 8/16, but it's not in simplest form. The simplest form is half. So that's what you're supposed to do. Try to make it as simple as possible. So having decimals inside your fractions, no. Okay, number 13. This one should be a quick one. Looks like all the other ones, but it's a little bit different. 4x plus 5, okay? We're gonna distribute. So we have 12x plus 6 equals 3 times 4 is 12x,
Plus 15.
plus 3 times 5 is 15. We're supposed to get rid of the smaller x,
But they're the same.
but they're the same, so it really doesn't matter which one to get rid of. So we're gonna subtract 12x to each side. And we didn't get x by itself. We eliminated the x's, and we're left with 6 equals 15. Be careful. Every year I have a student, at least one student that'll do that, and then they'll move on to the next question. You're not done. You gotta tell me what that means. 6 equals 15.
No
No
solution.
solution. You need to write that. No solution. 6 is never equal to 15, so there's no solution to that problem. Okay? If you don't put no solution, don't put 0 down either. 0 is an answer. Okay? Again, 0 is something. For example, if you look on Power School, it says Chapter 1 test on Monday. What's your grade in it right now?
A 0.
No, it's not.
Nothing.
It's nothing. You want me to put a 0 in?
No.
If I put a 0 in, what's going to happen to your grade? It's going to drop a lot. Okay? So nothing and 0 are two different things. Okay? 14. I will not tell you on test day what the heck this is saying. What are those bars? What are those?
Absolute
It's,
value. Absolute value.
Okay, what's the absolute value of positive 8?
8.
Good. It's not the opposite value.
No,
It's the positive value. What's the positive value of 8?
It's as far as
Eight.
the number is from 0.
Other than 0, right. 15. The absolute value, this one's a little tougher. Absolute value of x plus 3
Is x plus 3.
equals 7. So if you remember how we do this, what's inside the absolute values, which is x plus 3,
Is the one
could be what's outside of it, or it's opposite. So x plus 3 could equal 7, or x plus 3 could equal
-7.
-7. And which of those do you need to solve? Both of them, if you want full credit. We subtract 3, x is 7 minus 3, which is 4. A lot of times students say, oh, the other answer is negative 4 then. Most of the time, no, it's not. If we subtract 3, negative 7 minus 3, minus 3 more is not negative 4, it's negative 10. So which is it, 4 or negative 10?
Both.
If you want full credit, you better have both of them. It'd be 4 or negative 10. What's in there could be what's outside of it or its opposite. Now, with that being said, number 16 is actually very, very easy, but it's also very, very simple to mess up on it. We have absolute value of x minus 1 plus 5 is 2. We should do something first, though, before we do it like this.
Minus 5.
Why?
Because it's not in that.
Because, right, you want to get the absolute value by itself. You want to get the x by itself, but before you do that, you want to get the absolute value by itself. Now, so we have the absolute value of x minus 1 equals 2 minus 5, which is negative 3. Now, based on what I just said a second ago, that doesn't quite fly on this one. We said what's in the absolute value, we what's outside of it, or its opposite. But think about this. Absolute values, other than 0, the absolute value is always what kind of a number?
Positive.
A positive. So what can I take the absolute value of and get negative 3? You can't. So the answer is? There's no solution. Not even 0. 0 doesn't work. You can't take the absolute value of something and get a negative 3. Now back here, can I take the absolute value of something and get a positive 7?
Yeah.
Sure. If that was a negative 7, you say no solution. Done. Okay. This one looks like a tougher one. It really isn't that bad. 3x minus 2 plus 4. Okay. Okay. Based on what Lonnie said a second ago, we want to get the absolute value all by itself. So what do we need to get rid of?
Minus 2.
The 4 and what else?
And 2. but
Which first? 4 is farther away from the absolute value. So minus 4 and minus 4. So 2, absolute value of 3x minus 2 equals 6 minus 4, which is 2. Then what? How do we get rid of this 2?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So the absolute value of 3x minus 2 equals 2 divided by 2, which is 1. If it was negative 1,
No solution.
you'd say there's no solution. But it's positive 1, so there are solutions. What's in the absolute value, 3x minus 2, could be what's outside of it, 1, or the opposite of 1, negative 1. So I'm going to write 3x minus 2 could equal 1, or 3x minus 2 could equal negative 1. And then we solve these. We add 2 and add 2. We have 3x equals 1 plus 2, which is 3. Divide by 3. X is 3 divided by 3, which is 1. And then we solve the other one. We add 2 and add 2. 3x equals negative 1 plus 2, which is 1. Then we divide by 3. And you shouldn't have to think on this. What's 1 divided by 3? You literally shouldn't have to think on it. Huh?
Wait,
No.
no, not. Oh,
Thinking
shit.
way too hard.
I looked down.
No, that's 3 divided by 1.
Missed you.
1 divided by 3.
0.
What?
I don't know.
Tell you what,
Isn't it 0.33?
you're right, but you're thinking on that.
It's 3.
Here's 1 divided by 3.
1/3.
1/3. You know what 11 divided by 17 is?
1/3.
11 17ths.
Isn't it? I don't know.
Huh?
Isn't 7 22nds pi though?
22 sevenths is roughly pi. We'll talk about it at a different time. What's 19 divided by 34? 19 over 34. Okay? Yeah, like I say, you literally don't have to think on it. 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. So it's 1 as well as 1/3. Okay, 3 more to go. 18. Solve for y. Y minus 5x equals 9. So we want to get y by itself. What do we need to get rid of and how are we going to do it?
The negative.
How do you get rid of negative 5x?
Add its value.
Add 5x. Add 5x. Cancel. What's 9 plus 5x?
It's 9 plus 5.
9 plus 5x. Can I make it 14x? No. Unless you want to get it wrong. 9 plus 5x. Y is by itself. Okay, solve this one for y. 16x plus 9 equals 9y minus 2x. I want to solve this for y. So, what's the first thing we do?
Get rid of
Get rid of what?
9.
Well,
Negative 2x.
do we get a 9 first or negative 2x first?
Well, negative 2x
Why?
since it's
It's farther away, so we add 2x. Add 2x. Can I add 16x and 2x?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. 18x. Plus 9 equals, these cancel, 9y. Now we what? Divide by 9, divide by 9, and we can clean this up. What is 18x divided by 9? Yeah, but you can actually do that. What is 18 divided by 9? Huh?
2.
2. 2 what?
2x.
Plus, what's 9 divided by 9?
1. Oh, so yeah.
And if you're wondering, well, what if we don't simplify it? That's what mathematics is. Mathematics is something complicated, make it simpler. For example, back in elementary school, pretend you're in elementary school, 1 plus 2 plus 3. If the teacher said simplify that, and you wrote this, did they simplify it
Yeah.
as much as possible?
Yeah.
No, they should have said what?
Should have been 6.
So in 6. I mean, they did simplify it, but they should have done all of this and made it 3 plus 3 into 6. Simplify means simplify as much as you possibly can. Okay, and that did simplify down to that. Last one, solve for C. A equals B minus C. So we wanted to get C by itself. So what do we get rid of?
Minus the b.
Minus B. Some people think add B, and I understand why. They're wrong. Why would they think add B?
It says minus.
But the minus is on the
Right.
C. So we minus B, we minus B. What's A minus B?
A minus b.
Equals C? Be careful.
Negative c.
If negative C is positive A minus B, what's positive C?
It's a plus b.
Not just, hang on, you gotta, if I change this sign, I gotta change these signs. So what's A gonna be?
Negative, not a.
Negative A, negative A
Plus b.
equals C.
Basing off of what you're doing here, I'm gonna assume that we're gonna get to Pythagorean theorem this year.
Oh, at some point, yeah. Questions on this? So here's what I think would be best for you guys. Look this over a little bit. Look, 10 minutes tonight. Look this over for 10 minutes tonight. Tomorrow, when you come in, I'm going to hand you the exact same review sheet, the exact same thing. I'm going to say pretend it's a test. And do what you can do. Now, if you need help tomorrow, will I help you?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's say Alana asks, I need help on number 9. So I help her with it. I start helping her. So I got it. Okay. Does she need to study it?
Yeah.
A little bit. But question number 8, she can do it without any problem at all. She need to study it?
Yeah.
Probably not a whole lot. Okay? So, I mean, it'll tell you what you need to study. Okay? So it's a benefit for you guys. Okay, rest of the time's yours. If you want to work on missing assignments.